It's your boy, Sense of Self. Today, I want to talk about the levels of wisdom, you know. And if you've been listening to my channel, you realize this channel is all about shining a light on a lot of the aspects of life that a lot of us are not aware of, you know. In today's time, it's so crazy, but we've been, far away removed from what true reality is. And when I say reality, meaning we've been, we keep going further away from the source. And when I say source, I mean from being human. The humanity in man has been taken away. And this is what you call unawareness, you know. I always like to reference this quote from a very wise man, you know. Life is a beautiful secret in plain sight, you know. Its mysteries are visible to those who have sight or life, you know. And this life or sight is referring to awareness, you know. And it's deep, you know. So today, I thought it would be very good to break down the 3 levels of wisdom, you know. And this is actually a continuation from, the other video I made in 2 ways to get wisdom, you know. And this is actually the foundation in understanding that video. So if you ain't watched that video, it's cool. Once you watch this and you go back to that, it should be a bit more clearer, you know, breaking down how to get wisdom in a sense of learning from other people's mistakes or from your own mistakes. But anyway, if you go back into my videos, you should be able to find how to get wisdom. So today, there are 3 stages or the 3 levels of wisdom, you know. And by the time this video is over, it will be very clear, or I should be able to shine light on the level in which we as a whole, we fall under. And it's deep, you know, it's deep. Like I said, this channel, I'm not here to teach you what is right or what is wrong, you know. But I do believe this is my duty, you know. I don't like using the word believe, but what I'm trying to say is this is my duty to be able to give back to the life, shining a light on a lot of aspects of the life that a lot of us are not aware of, you know. So when you're dealing with wisdom, you must understand there is layers to wisdom, you know. And the core of wisdom comes from silence, you know. Thoughts. I'll give an example, you know. When you're thinking, nobody can hear your thoughts, see your thoughts, feel your thoughts, or sense your thoughts, however way you want to put it. But it is fully whole in your mind until you push it out, you know. I use that example because that is the realest, truest example I could use for anyone to grasp, you know. And it's deep but before I go on, I just wanted to say this channel, I really do my best to break down things very simply, you know. And that's what they say wisdom is. If you know something, you should be able to break it down for a 5-year-old to be able to grasp, you know. And I truly know anyone who has a mind and wants to know and have the desire to want to understand will grasp this very easily, you know. And this is why I do these videos, you know. So back to my point I'm trying to make. The 3 levels of wisdom, right? You have the silent, the unseen, or you can call it the source of wisdom, the whole of wisdom, you know. And that is silence, you know. An example of silence would be like thoughts, you know. Thoughts are silence until you push it out or you say a word. And once you say a word, the thoughts don't come out in whole, do they? They come out in pieces, right? I'm giving you the breakdown of how this works, and hopefully you should be able to grasp or understand where I'm coming from. So the core of these stages, or these stages of wisdom, the core of it is the silence. And silence is the foundation, of all physical manifestation. And it's deep, Example will be, like I said, thoughts. So if you can deep it, your thoughts are silent, right? And your thoughts start moving in pieces. You call it words. You can call it sound, but words are sounds. So you see how deep wisdom goes? This is the foundation of it, All wise men know wisdom is within, it's silent. All this I'm telling you, I'm giving you a perspective, I'm trying to paint a picture which you experience every day, Like I said, before you say a word, that word is not all the thing you want to say. It's just a piece of the whole thoughts you have in your mind, And this is an awareness one must know. And this is the foundation of wisdom, Able to understand something in the whole without uttering any words. When someone says the chicken or the egg, which one came first, And you're able to deep it in all the layers, The chicken is the egg and the egg is the chicken, The egg is just the beginning and the chicken is just the complete, It's just one and the same, different stages of the same thing, It's deep. So that is the part of wisdom that starts, right? And then you get to the second stage, which is the slightly diluted wisdom, which is words, spoken words, And a deep example will be the Kabbalah, If you can look at that 10 symbol, the Metatron's cube behind me, that is a Kabbalah, the 10 spirits. This is going way back. Again, I'm not trying to go too deep into this because these things is always easier when one has a desire to want to know. So I just want to shine a light so it can be understood in terms of the 3 levels of wisdom. So you have the silence, which is the unseen, which is the whole, which is the thought. And then the thoughts, you have the sound or the word manifested. So if you hear something from someone, or if someone is telling you the truth of something and they say it in words, right? Even though they're telling you the truth, it's still pieces of the truth until you can apply. So that's still diluted, but at least it's coming from the source. So that's even a little bit better, And then when you get to the last stage of wisdom, you call it written wisdom, or written words, And that's where you get books and all these things from, Books fall under written, Right now you're listening to me. If I'm to give an example, if I write a book, right, that book is out of my hands. Anyone can take it and republish it, and that will be a dilution from what was said, And it's deep. And in today's time, as a whole, is deep because you can really see it that one will always say, I know it from a book, or reference a book when trying to explain something to you. And that's deep if you can really, really, really hear what I'm saying, Wisdom don't come from books. Wisdom is an observation, an awareness, an understanding, a balance, So if I'm to give an example, someone reads a book from a very wise person, whatever that is, and this person has no base. They just think this person is wise, so they pick the book and they read it. If you don't if the person gave you the book directly, or if you don't know the author of a book and you picked it up and read, you must know that is a diluted version, pieces of the whole, and it's deep. And in today's time, if you can really see it, you realize everyone references from books, or if you ask someone, how do you know? They always reference Black Mirror. And when I say Black Mirror, I mean internet, TV, webs, books, never really referencing from the life. Hence, we're far removed from humanity, and it's deep. Truth is proof, and wisdom will tell you that, and it's deep, Like I said, today, I don't really want to, try and go so deep into it, but I hope anyone listening to me will have an awareness in terms of what I've said so far. So to summarize, there's 3 levels of wisdom. You have the unspoken wisdom, which is the silent, which is the unseen, or you can call it thoughts. And then you have the spoken wisdom, which is words, which is, speaking, coming from the mind space, because every word you speak is like your mind moving. Your words is an indication of movement of thoughts. And this is all awareness, if one knows. And then you have the written words. This is the part that in today's time we all are. So see how far we are from the whole, from the main source. Everything is about what you read or what you saw, never really coming from the self. And it's deep, So I'm gonna end here because I want this to marinate a little bit, And as time goes on, I'll come back and do more different videos. Hopefully that should make a bit more sense, or that should resonate a bit more, So he or she who this resonates with, I say peace and balance.